About 8 minutes of the top of the hour now, and to our Faces of Faith segment. And there's a major change coming for Catholics by the end of the month. It means no more reciting the Mass by heart. Our Athena Jones takes a look at how and why these changes are coming.
Big changes are coming for America's 70 million Catholics as a new translation of the Mass goes into effect November 27th. The revised words and phrases will provide a more literal translation from the Latin. We spoke with experts and ordinary Catholics about the coming changes.
For us, this is a pretty landmark moment, probably the biggest change that we're seeing in the way we celebrate Mass in almost 40 years.
About a decade in the making, the changes to the text are meant to provide a more literal translation of the original Latin. Monsignor Rick Hilgartner, who is helping the church with the transition, says priests and parishioners will have to adjust to the new language.
So it'll sound a little bit more formal. The language will sound far more rich. In many cases, it won't sound like everyday, casually spoken English. Well, this used to say, and also with you, now it says, and with your spirit.
And where Catholics once said, Lord, I am not worthy to receive you, they will now say, Lord, I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof. Catholic bookstores, like this one at the National Shrine, are stocking up on the new text, and parishioners say they're ready.
I think it's subtle enough that we'll have to pay attention and relearn, but I think it'll be a great chance to really think about what the prayers mean again.
Each word has great value, and so we don't just like throw a word out or, you know, oh, with you, with your soul, with your spirit. Like, there's a specific reason for each word.
Still, the new translation could lead to confusion for some Catholics used to reciting the Mass from memory.
At first, people might have some apprehension.
Father Mark Nestout, with the Archdiocese of Washington, has led 22 workshops for clergy and church leaders to explain the changes.
And there have been critics that might say, well, we don't like exactly the words that were chosen and things like that. But to understand the process, then one would understand maybe have less of an apprehension or lack of or less of a criticism.
Churches will provide pew cards to help parishioners learn the new responses. Spanish, French, and other languages will also have new translations. The goal is to unify the world's Catholics around a common, more accurate version of the Mass.
This is not just a moment for us to get people to say new words and learn new responses, so much as it's a chance for us to teach about what we're worshiping.
All this means that Catholics who only go to church a few times a year may find themselves scratching their heads during Mass this Christmas season. Athena Jones, CNN, Washington.
And you can find out more on our Belief blog at cnn.com/belief. Share your thoughts there.